What's happening, guys? Today we're still in the after party. I don't know if we're in the after party yet, but we're going to pull for these souls. So I've 23k points built up so far. I haven't done anything on this. I've been saving for today because I'm going to pull my shards today, not my souls, my shards. And that is because we have Quailcha and we have the Voids, we have Emic, who I pulled for on my free to play. He was my last hope. I still have no legendaries on my free to play, guys. Crimea River. But we also have what's his name? Goodness. We have Acrizia, her name. So those are the two champions that I want. That's what I'm going for. Then we're going to go for the best soul we can for Fabian. Stop right there, guys. Click on the link below and get yourself a free Karato Fox Hunter, as well as 4 amazing epics. Here's the exact steps of what you need to do. Log out of Plarium Play on PC. Step 2, click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Step 3, launch raid and complete the tutorial. Step 4, go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Here we go. You'll find yourself Karato Fox Hunter, as well as Uugo, Rector, Drath, Tagoar, and Mausoleum Mage as you progress through the game. That's it. It's that simple. Click on the link, follow those directions, and on with the video. So just why do I want Acrizia and what's his face, Quailcha? Acrizia, I foolishly skipped the guaranteed for Acrizia back in the day. I don't know why. Just like, I was obviously daft. Did I not realize she was enemy max HP all over the place or what? I don't know. But she's an amazing champion, and I'm thinking for Chimera, she's come back into vogue for Chimera because all of her attacks are enemy max HP, and I think that's the best way to do damage. I think a lot of people say she's now been power crept and stuff like that by the likes of Nut and Noose or whatever, all of them, Otorion and even Marius. But the fact that every skill is an enemy max HP, so that if we count it up, it's 1 hit on this, so that's 10%, 2 on this, 30%, and then 2 on this is, 50%. Okay, my brain is working. That wasn't me pausing. I was testing you guys. So over her 3 turns, she has a 50% enemy max HP in you. Okay, if we look at the guys that we're saying have power crept her, we have Otorion is 1, and I still don't have him. He has a normal hit in his A1. He has an enemy max HP on the A2. Attacks 2 times all enemies. That's what Acrizia does on her A2 as well. So over the course of his 3 turns, he gets back to this once, so he has a 20% over the same 3 turns that Acrizia has. Now, he does bring other stuff, block buffs, decrease attack, buffs to himself, and an extra turn, okay? But over the same amount of turns, he's done 20%, and then whatever damage he does on his own skills, okay? With Marius, who is, everybody's darling, everybody loves him, and I don't have him yet either. Probably because I've been playing the free to play so much, but fair enough. He has Enfeeble, he has the AoE on the A1, he has the all enemies 3 times and decrease the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn on an enemy max HP skill, 3 turn cooldown, and then this there's no max HP on this either. So on the same 3 turns, she has 30%. Newt is the same. He'll be dealing 30% on the same 3 turns. So that's why Acrizia is still the best. On their 3 turns, they'll deal 30% against a single target, I'm talking now. Against a single target. The math changes differently depending on the amount of enemies there. But Acrizia is still dealing 50%, which is 20% bigger than the best, which are Marius and Newt. Alright? Now, if we have multiple enemies, Marius comes up quite a bit. Because let's say we're on Hydra. he's dealing 120% of the board because he's hitting 4 enemies 3 times. And Otorian is dealing 80% because he hits all enemies 2 times. Acrisia is 30% and then 80%. So she's still way ahead of everybody else. Marius is ahead a bit in Hydra and in waves or anything with teams, but Acrisia is there or thereabouts. So that's why I want her. Quelcha I don't have, is a Sylvan Watcher's champion. A bit of an Armand's counter. Buffs himself on the A1, attacks one enemy 2 times, and also attacks another target if he gets the kill. Ignores unkillable and block damage and 50% of defense on the A2, and that's on a 4-turn cooldown. Then on the A3, attacks AoE, and each critical hit fills his turn meter by 10% and heals by 10%, stacking up to 50%. So that's a huge amount of utility that he has there. Also, if he kills somebody in that, he places an unkillable buff on himself for 1 turn. As well as that, then, the passive is the thing that makes him an Armand's counter. Whenever this champion's or an ally's turn meter is decreased, increases the damage of this champion's next attack by 20%, stacking up to 100. An active effect, which means he only gets it every 5 turns, whenever his turn meter drops below 25% because of a turn meter reduction effect, Armand's places a block debuffs buff on this champion for 2 turns and grants them an extra turn. So the way Armand's does thing is, he hits the turn meter, steals it completely, so that triggers the 25% and the block debuffs. Then Armand's tries to place the stun. The stun doesn't land because block debuffs is now there. And then he gets an extra turn, and he should get that extra turn before Armand's next turn kicks in as well. So that's why I want him. He's very good arena, and he's a cool new champ. I want him. He's not that new anymore. He could probably be a half a year old, but who knows? Anyway, let's get into it. Let's pull these shards. And yeah, hope, pray, cross fingers, touch wood, or as they say in France, touche un singe or something like that. Touch the monkey. We have pulled all of those. Let's pull the 2 voids. The thing is as well, I probably wouldn't pull for these if it wasn't a summon rush type event with the Fabian soul, but it is. Okay, so it makes a big difference. I don't have to hit gold for this, but it would be nice. Now, if I pull the 2 reds, there's 2x points for the reds as well. Don't forget, okay? So there is no increased chances of getting a Lego or a mythical, but the points for the summon rush points for the Fabian afterpart, you get 2x points for primals at the moment. Would you believe itinerant is actually one of my very few shadowkin that I have at the moment on the free to play? It's insane. You don't realize when you have an account for a few years, you kind of don't realize what you don't have when you're starting out. So I'm 3 months in, and I still see 2,700 points for pulling the primal there, and 2 rares. So yeah, this is as expected. Wouldn't mind a bit of gold here now, Plarium. Wouldn't mind. Purple, and that is a Crypt Witch. Would I even like her on my free to play? 3 times at random, placing a 6 decreased defense, ignore 15% of target's defense, ignore 50% of the target's defense if this champion has a higher speed than the target. That's not bad. Can she hit? She could be alright. And finally, more purple. More purple, and it is a torture helm. Torturing me, that's what's happening there. Yeah, so, and I actually have all of these. That's 3,600 and something points there, 3,855 points there, I think, at a rough guesstimate. We have to see how that has fared us out near here. So 44k so far. I can do more champ leveling though, so we can, I'm pretty sure, get down to both keys and maybe grab the 4. To grab that then as well, we need to grab 2 more keys, so it may be worthwhile just going straight down and grabbing the 3. I'm a bit back and forth about which way I'm going to do it, but I'm going to amass the rest of my points that I can before I do it. I have the rest of today. If we can see, if we shrink my head down a little bit, we can see I have 44k points, 20 hours left to do it, and ain't nothing to it but to do it, guys. So that's it. I better get cracking. And guys, I will see you in the next one. Better luck with your shard pulls. Take care. Bye bye.